Hello, this is an Osaka League game played on 2 handicap where black won by resignation, killing a very large dragon in the middle and also the tiny group on the left side. So this game started very peacefully with the Josekis played like in an even game, but somehow white left this dragon in the middle completely surrounded and there was not much to do to save it, and therefore uh, white was forced to resign this game. So let's see what could have been done better. Komoku, it's a good idea when you start a 2 handicap game. Then attack black's corners, and it's okay to start with the attack on the Komoku too. So black is playing a very territorial Joseki, and it's actually a very simple one. This is nowadays one of the popular Josekis in even games. Anyway, being a handicap 2, it's quite close to even game, so white doesn't have to overplay much. But it's also not so great to play the most simple Josekis. So here we have this pattern where nobody really fails. I mean, this is a Joseki you learn when you're 20q. You can play it up to 9 dan level and it's always the same. Of course, black has the option to play hanging connection and extend. So this is just too simple. 4 or 5 move Joseki. So white should already consider a pincer like entry, because this can be more confusing and the Josekis are a bit more complicated. Let's say black plays in the corner r3, and we don't really have to go for the cut and this kind of fight, which is already a little more tricky. So we have a 15 moves variation, but weight gets the bottom and black develops on the right side quite a nice moyo. Actually, what white really wants to do here with this pincer is to develop on both sides. So for example, Hane, then a 2-space jump, black can play Keima or Kosumi. Black actually wants to play the Keima for a good shape, but this is ladder related and the ladder should go into f17 area. Let's suppose the ladder works for the sake of example. So this variation comes to an end and white gets a base on the bottom and a group, a development on the right side. And black just fixed a group towards the middle. But anyway, white had 2 stones against 1 in the starting position, so white should get a slightly better result here. So a pincer is an option to make things a little more complicated for black. And this is another basic pattern and the same idea applies. So get a group on the bottom and 1 on the right side. So now we have a classic Joseki. White takes the corner. Well, it feels good. It's 15 points in the corner locally. This is okay for white. Now white approaches the top right. Actually, having this settlement on the bottom side, this is already a pretty nice moyo for black. So it's more interesting for white to attack from the left side, c6, in order to limit the expansion of this moyo. Black might defend f3 or f4, probably here f3 because it's already the middle side extension at k4, it's a high move. But later on, white can come inside with m2. It doesn't have to happen right away. And now it's big to play r14 or inside approach o17 or even the sun invasion. So it's good to make the exchange on the left side first. And then think about ways to reduce the bottom oil with m2. So usually when white plays m2, black either blocks at n2 and fights. So white comes out and then black will cover. Here white can think about Hane in order to force black into an empty triangle when black cuts. Then Atari from this side, capture a stone. So this way white goes for outside thickness, sacrificing the bottom stone. But depends what white really wants here, because white can also play j3 and roll in order to leave under. So for example, if black goes here, white can go no b. If black surrounds, white can push like this and connect in order to make a life on the bottom side. So these are the ways, but also when black protects L3, white connects under. If black attaches on top, white will Hane, Atari, and then connect. So black keeps the wall, but gives up the territory underneath. That's why you don't have to decide right away to play m2, wait a little bit. Anyway, r14 as a direction to play is not bad because it comes from r6, so white wants to develop a big right side. Therefore, black panicked and pincers. Now this pincer, it's a bit risky, should be q11 or q10, because playing the low one, white can jump out, black needs to protect the corner, o16 or o17, and white either puts pressure with a shoulder hit for counter pincers r9, r10. Then white still gets a lot on the right side and puts black on the run. So if something like this happens, white can fight very flexible and chase these stones on the right. It's a completely different game. But white can also choose the double approach. So the game move, it's Sun, which again is pretty simple. Black will always separate r16. So playing a double approach makes things somewhat more complicated. Black usually attaches q14, then white can go Sun directly or just Hane, cut, and then attach in the corner and now take the Sun. So this is a trade. White goes for the top, black goes for the right side. But anyway, on the right side, there's not much to do because the direction of developing on the right for black goes into r6. So white it's already fine on the right, and black cannot really build much. So if black plays a move like r9, white goes down, Atari. This is not going to be so much territory for black, and then white can grab another big point. Actually, for black, it's very big to play c6, and I think black gets this move. So now separate. This is another basic Joseki, and a very simple one. White ends in Kote, and black got the big point. So far, all the Josekis played in each corner are super simple, and they didn't put black on the spot or caught him off guard. So it's quite easy for black to follow. Therefore, the advantage of the two handicap stone is still there. Now here, the submarine invasion, it's a nice option, but white should really consider this m2, jump, and jump again to get the base on the bottom. If black pushes like this and cuts, white can give up the original invasion in order to get a Ponuki and then slide. So now white has a very nice base on the bottom side. So this can happen. Submarine invasion. Usually here black will block d3 or d2, but in this case black went for the Sun, which is even safer. But the same idea applies when d3 is played. Simply block the corner. So white extends, very good. Now black protects against the slide, which is also good. Black can play the double up or j2 or even kick and then jump out or put pressure like this. On a block connect, then give up a stone. But, okay, this would be more severe for black. Black just went k2. So here white is playing Keima to go out, but actually it's better to play the other Keima. Because when you play this one, black can still attack at f3. Now the way white made the sabaki here, it's not optimal. You gotta sacrifice this e2, because anyway black defended the corner at c3, so you better play the bump. If black goes up, white connects under. So obviously black will separate. Then Hane, if black blocks like this, white will capture two stones. Black needs to turn. And now the shape it's already much nicer for white, and white can go two space jump to run out faster. Because it's a much stronger formation to have the tiger mount in place. So this is an easy way to escape towards the center. Playing like this, there are still cutting points, like black can cut Keima at the waist. So black pushes first. Now white plays on the left side. This group on the bottom is still not safe, so white needs to play a move like this to make good shape. Or play a Kosumitsuke this way, black will pull back, then connect. Now if black decides to capture the stone, again we have the same situation where white can easily make I shape and go out. So this is a big point on the left side because it prevents c9, but it still leaves the bottom group quite weak. So black goes between the groups. Can black cut here right away? Tuck, tuck, tuck. It's possible. So jump out. Yeah, this feels good too because black wants to put pressure at d9 and in the same time separate the bottom, but here white can always go out with some nice shape towards the right. So white jumps out, black tries to cut, separates here. Now the way white connects, it's a bit strange. I mean, this is a move saying that if black cuts, white has Atari and net. But of course black will peep, and now when white connects, this is an empty triangle and makes the connection feel completely wasted. So the way for white to make some I shape and connect against the cutting point is to play a tiger mount, a hanging connection. So this will go out into the center. when black plays here, white can jump again or Keima like this and get ahead. So this already gives white some eye space on the way out. Another way for white is to play an Atari here or just Nobi. So if white plays a Nobi and black cuts, let's see what happens here. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Yeah, just push. And now when black separates the two stones, white can Atari. And black doesn't have time to connect. Black needs to capture the two stones and play again. So this way the cut doesn't work. White is already connected, and again you can play this move and go out in the center. Actually a jump would be nice, and then squeeze. So this group is out already, and fine. So the sabaki, it's important. Strange move. Also another option is to play tsuke and then go up. This one just help black. So black peeps and then connect. Let's see, Atari, tac, 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 tac. Yeah, the Atari doesn't help anymore. You still need to come back here, because if this one cut and then catch one stone, so yeah, connect, then black plays on the left. On the left side, black should play Keima and then push to create cutting points. So this gets a bit stronger, and now continue the attack in the center. Playing the Kosumitsuke, white can bump. White didn't have to pull back, because when white pulls back, this is already a gain for black. Of course, black can make nice shape here, but black can just leave it. So playing the bump kind of ruins black shape. If black connects like this, it's an empty triangle, and now the shape is much better for white. And there's a jump at e5 after that. If black pulls back, this exchange is center for white, so white has time to jump in the middle. So you should really bump at c7. Now black jumps along. Okay, go out. Here, white can use this move and then make a bamboo connection. Then when black comes between the groups, you jump in the center. This is still heavy. So black separates, attach. It's not necessary to attach, just play a one space jump. That's where black wants to go. But on the attach, usually black will hane. So here white can counter hane. Then on the Atari, Atari from behind, Atari again, and then make some tiger mount. This is a basic technique to come around. With the jump, it's still tricky. Of course, no beats possible too, but that's heavy. So remember, hane, Atari from behind, and Atari again. If black wants to fight the ko, you can go for it. So separate. Now this move leaves a push and peep. But what else? Difficult to find the right shape here. Black will play this move anyway. Yeah, that feels a bit heavy. And instead of this peep, white should play here. Black connects and then come out with Atari and Keima. The stones are safe on the left side, and also the group in the middle is out. So the game is still long. Well, black has no weak groups right now. The white pushes here and makes some profit. Now let's see how this group can make eyes in the middle. If Atari, black will play this. Then when you push, black will connect. When you cut, black will resist. When Atari here, black goes out. When Atari here, black has to extend, because if he takes, or she in this case, you capture everything. So black has to turn, then Atari from behind, take, Atari again, connect, Atari here, go out, Atari here, connect. So white can actually escape this way. But also this feels like a Tesuji, because when black pushes through, you have Atari, Atari from behind, and just Nobi. So again, you're out in the center. If hane here, just block. This Kosumi, it's a bit in a rush, because there is still this attach you can use, or simply jump in the top. But the problem is the peep and another peep. So yeah, Kosumi, black protects. That doesn't really work, it hurts the left side. So right now, again, the Tengen, or go out with a Kosumi here, or jump in the top. So Oh wait, can black play differently? Atari connect, then connect here. If white connects, black connects. If white cuts, black surrounds. And now black can go for a kill on the left side. This will happen anyway, but this is a better way for black than being separated like this. And now black can peep this way, then peep the other way, and then go out. But black got separated, so this is dangerous because the dragon has lots of liberties. So here instead of attach, just go out with Kosumi. This move will be black's exchange, but now when black pushes here, you go out on the right. When black attacks from the right, you go out in the top and try to catch those stones. So now it's dangerous again. This is still the Tetsuji. Black cannot push through because of the double Atari. And if black plays here, you have Atari like this. If he cuts, you catch these stones. If he connects, you connect. When he surrounds, you take this guy. So now, if he plays Nobi, it's alive. So go out and push, connect, push, and that's strange. Should cover, even if black cuts, it works to play Atari here. Now when black connects, just Atari and go out. And if black defends, you capture a stone. When black blocks here, now we have some co-fights going on. But it's still good to play Atari, Atari from behind, Atari again, then this one, and connect. So white is actually out. Again, it's hard to contain this group. So push and wedge. Now the group is pretty much surrounded. Black is very strong in the top, difficult to kill anything. Yeah, if white separates here, black will cut and that's it. So now it's super difficult to push out in the middle and there is nothing to kill in the top. White's position is too thin to go for the kill. Black can go down directly. Also push here, then push like this, Atari, and extend. Now the corner dies, the other stones are in trouble too. It's an easier variation. Here white can connect, black captures 2 stones, but now what to do with the big dragon? So it's a very tough position for white, nothing to do. Yeah, these stones die on the right side and it's good enough for black. This capture is not even necessary. Oh, but that group is fine. Atari push, push, block. Yeah, black can play here. That's a big point. Yeah, nothing works. If Atari descend, if Atari here descend again, no way to take away the eyes in the top. So that was it. Too bad. So failing to make the Sabaki work on the bottom in the early stage was really key in this game. But also, you cannot play the basic Josekis in a handicap game. You really need to go for pincers and more complicated Josekis, double Kakari, and so on. So play more active next time, a little bit.